Heard you wanna get down. Heard you been asking about me to everybody else. Now it's nobody else, nobody else. Makes me so crazy. You're the one true prize, apple of my eye. Know you're looking for somebody who's your type. I got it, I got it, I got you. I got you, I got you.
Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general mini cross reading for May 2021. I have with me the Radiant White deck. I will be clarifying with Levita Sibila, and you'll get an opportunity to wrap the reading up with a Golden Nostradamus card. Okay? Let me put a rifle on these Golden Nostradamus cards because I don't think I did so. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. And so we're going to just turn the camera around and get started with the reading here. Okay, there we are. I'm going to do another rifle and shuffle. Cards are kind of wanting to deal themselves. We shall see what happens. Let's... Okay, here we go. 5 cards. The energy as it is now. There you are, the Queen of Wands. What is at the foundation, or what we know to be true? The Page of Cups. I think some of you have received a surprise message or offer. What in the near past? Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, because you guys have been kind of going through it for the past couple of years. And this is the arrival of Jupiter for you to answer some questions and solve some problems. What is the unknown factor? The Seven of Wands. I think for some of you, I was just kind of picking up that you've got a young kid. And with the change in circumstances, you have a lot on your plate. That doesn't hold true for everybody. That just came to me. And here in the near or distant future, it is the Nine of Swords. So, now I don't know if this may be a legal issue concerning a young child, but there's some message here that has come in. And whatever this message is, it has the potential of changing, I don't know, everything. What is over the whole reading? It is the Three of Pentacles. So even that whole thing about the surprise offer still holds true. You are right in the center. And this tells me in one sense that you kind of got your stuff together here. Whatever this message or this offer is, as I say, it really does. It changes, you know, maybe you've been on the bottom for a long time and things haven't been going, you know, as of plan, or it seems like no matter what you tried, you just couldn't get clear of this situation. This card tells me that you will, okay? It is this Nine of Swords here in the near or distant future. Now, as I say, this, for some of you, this may have started for you back in back in March. For some of you, you're in it now. For others of you, this will play out to the, in the month of May. This Three of Pentacles, over the whole reading, is this idea of building something new. It is two things coming together to make a third thing. Now, normally, This is the idea of some kind of financial thing because it does represent pentacles. So this could be you building a new business, building a new home, literally building a new life for yourself. It also, there's some indication that you may have gone to someone for some type of advice. I don't give legal advice. I don't do medical readings, and I don't give financial advice. So maybe this Three of Pentacles is saying, to consult the proper trained and licensed professional in whatever area. Because what I have here are two people coming with their plans and going to a third person. And this is the idea, maybe you want to change something. Maybe you want to add something. Maybe you want to remove something. Maybe you want to know, how much this is all going to cost. And so I'm not quite sure what this Nine of Swords is. If this is simply the idea that you don't have enough, or you're worried about it, or you're overburdened, or you're overstressed, you're having nightmares, you can't sleep. Maybe your head's been hurting you. It speaks to insomnia as well. And so what I'm going to do is to take a look. I don't have any repeater numbers. I have a page, a 10, a 7, and a 9. And so what I'm going to do is take a look to see what these two cards mean as they relate to the Wheel of Fortune, if it even tells me. To me, if this is not about a child, then this is some kind of message, an offer being put to you, okay? And maybe this is the idea that maybe you can't do it. I don't know. Because this typically will indicate new types of business ventures and or partnerships. So why don't I go ahead and look at that card as well, as it relates to this Wheel of Fortune here. My fingers just fell on the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands, the divinatory meaning is inner strength, unexpected gains, and advantages. And it calls for a test of supreme effort. This could be a job interview, an examination, or a test of wills. It says there is nothing to fear, as there is no indication of failure, but rather there will most likely be satisfaction in being able to handle the situation or pass the test with flying colors. Literally, my hand just opened it up to this. It indicates, it shows that the odds may be against you, but that you should stand firm. Inner strength and tenacity gives one the ability to meet all challenges. Now, but it tells me nothing against this Wheel of Fortune here. So let me go to the Nine of Swords, because I am closer to the swords than I am the cups. I mean the pentacles. So what are we looking at? The Nine of Swords. Yes, we're looking at the Nine of Swords. Tells me nothing related to this card. And what it speaks of, it says inner feelings of guilt, sorrow, and confusion. And it asks you to take time for inner reflection in order to overcome debilitating emotions. Although our fears may be ungrounded, they can nevertheless prevent us from enjoying our lives to the fullest. It speaks to an indication of a completion of events and implies that there is a focus on anxiety and suffering, which is awfully strange to me. It tells of a preoccupation with past experiences, particularly those of a hurtful or painful nature. It just may be saying that you feel low at this time and have little energy. So the best way to cope is to let fate run its course without fighting it. It is a message to be patient, as better things are coming along soon. You are asked not to try to rush things at this time, as you may hinder your own progress. Now, it can imply that either yourself or someone is going through a time of inner conflict, anger, or mental anguish. But it also says that hold on, because there's something else that's happening here, and I'm having a bit of difficulty trying to put my finger on what it is, because to me, none of these messages really resonate. Let me take a look at this Three of Pentacles, and maybe that would, because this hangs over the whole reading. And so maybe this is the idea that something is changing for you, and maybe you haven't seen it. Or maybe you, again, this whole idea that you're feeling that perhaps you don't have. Here it is, the Wheel of Fortune. It tells you to have faith and trust in your own talents, as you will find success in your endeavors. To me, this is some new kind of offer being presented. It changes everything, but it also kind of throws you in conflict with perhaps what you already have going on. And this is saying to me that, you know, you're worried about that, or you're fearful of that for some reason. It tells of long-term rewards and success after much hard work and personal effort. This Three of Pentacles. It tells of material recognition and a reward for a job done. Now, threes are interesting because threes can sometimes speak to suspended events. If there's something else that needs to be done before you can complete whatever this thing is. So here it says it can signify a need for planning and forethought, and can be a sign to slow down and consider things carefully before taking action, rather than taking on more than you can handle. It also says if you're looking to move residence, the best time to both sell and buy property is now, right now. Things should run smoothly in this vein. Again, you need to, you know, talk to the correct professional. It can signify the completion of an initial stage. The first stage must be reached before any further developments can take place. Therefore, it represents a satisfactory time to commence new projects, take on new work or ventures, and lay the foundations for future developments. Well, to me, this just looks like, you know, the windmills of your mind, pretty much. You're kind of worried about nothing. Let me take a look at this Nine of Swords for you. It's not the 8, it's the 9. You know? And it's almost as if the cards are telling me that your thoughts are flat. Like you can't really come up with anything. And that's simply because of, and the swords are projected into the future. You see the way that they're pointed this way? So they're kind of projected into the future. Maybe this is a fear of failure. You know what I mean? That you're being given this opportunity to completely turn everything around. You know, is it going to be easy? No. The sevens are kind of interesting because sevens are a number of questioning oneself, of self-doubt. You know, can I really do this? And, you know, I got all this other stuff coming at me too. Can I really pull this off? Well, you know, that's the question, isn't it? So let's see what this Nine of Swords has to say. Because this, to me, is a projection of into the future, future fears. What if? Well, yeah, what if? The Prigione. I get myself into a situation I can't get myself out of. The Pensiero. This is telling me exactly that you are fearful of this. And you are fearful of failure. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, because, you know, if you fall flat on your face, the only thing you can do from that point is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, you know, readjust your makeup, and keep it moving. I don't necessarily feel that this is anything but your mind playing tricks on you. And to me, the Disgrazia card says if you continue in that vein, you really will self-sabotage yourself. Jupiter is here to grant you whatever it is that you wish. And if you have planted your seeds and you've worked your plan, you planned your work and you've worked your plan, I don't see why you can't go ahead with it. This is just an odd thing for you, Sagittarius. Now, if this is in relationship to perhaps a child, Sometimes that Prigione card can be the idea of somebody who is balking at the idea that maybe the baby might be theirs, if that makes any sense. I don't see anything that says pregnancy here or the birth of. This could already be a young child, would be 18 or younger. Someone may be feeling trapped, but this is to me projected into the future. It's not something that is actually happening now. So with that being said, to me, this reads really like just a new job offer or a new project coming in, an offer. You get a news. Maybe it's from afar. Maybe you got to go overseas to do it. Maybe the person you're dealing with is overseas. Because sometimes this is what this card can represent. Travel, but travel due to changing circumstances, right? And having a lot on your plate and being fearful that you won't be able to pull it off. Do not self-sabotage yourself. Go back, look over your plans, reassess it. Get rid of some crap if you have to. Prioritize what's the most important thing so that you can move forward with this one. Sometimes we get in our own way by living in our heads. So let's see, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Formulate your question for the Golden Nostradamus and let's see what he has about this. Yeah, to me, this reads of a fear of failure. And I don't know why that is. Jupiter and luck is on your side. Now, what can happen is the excess. And maybe these are excessive thoughts, right? Only you control the way that you think. Nobody else controls that. So you got to get a handle on it. So here we go. Right. We're talking about that from small acorns grow mighty oaks. There's the tree. And the tree says, it is card number 22. If you cannot have what you want, then settle for what you can. The stability of the tree advises caution. It is not the right time to change or take risks. Save your energy and seek stability in mind and body. All right, because if you're not sleeping, you're not thinking right properly. You're not operating at your optimal. And I don't think the card is telling you that it is a danger for you to change or take risk. To me, what it's saying is that you need to be more stable, period. Right? You need to ground yourself so that, and this sometimes also, to me, the tree implies health because it speaks to longevity and it's green and it's verdant. So this tells me that this is a healthy thing, right? And so this is, it's even funny because it kind of looks like a person. The tree is shaped like those are legs, right? So I just feel that you should reassess, take your time, clear up the way that you're thinking, stop being fearful of the situation, and maybe the whole thing, going back to what it was saying about now is not the time to take risk. Maybe the risk that you may be taking is not moving forward with it, not to change your mind. Sometimes you have to go, you have to trick yourself with the psychology, and I often like to ask myself, well, what if? Well, yeah, what if? You'll never know if you don't try. And so that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Just kind of relax and talk it over with some people. Have somebody go over your plans. And then stop worrying about what may happen. All right? What may happen. I mean, we could worry about what may happen all the time. But the truth is we don't know. Right? And so if we worry that the worst is going to happen, then sometimes we can manifest up the worst. So if you're going to say, what may happen, what may happen if I'm good at this and I'm it turns out to be something great, then what you going to do? So that's what I have for you. So until next time, stay safe, stop worrying, and namaste.